was the one, but.
All right. This is our last thing. We can just get a quick 10 minutes of this.
I click it.
I know. Oh, okay. So new evidence came out about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. I knew you was going to react like that.
I have no comment.
I got you. Because now this is one of the things that I had to, because we kind of talked about it before, and there were some specific pieces of the case that we didn't know about, and I'm salty at myself for not thinking about this. One of the questions that this whole story is built around the idea that Tory shot Megan. That's what this whole thing is about. So one of the things that I didn't think about in all this time this case has been coming across my purview is where is the body cam from the police officers? Never thought about that. So I don't know who made this website or where it came from, but they put out the body cam footage from the police officers.
Oh, wow.
So let's see. This is one of the ones that one of the not confession videos, but one of the videos where she was talking about how he shot her. This was, I don't know how long ago, some years ago, 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. But this right here, this is the first video of the whole thing.
Okay. For whatever reason, I thought this was done in the daytime.
What's that?
Do you think we're gonna go to jail?
I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't think...
I really cannot go to jail.
Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from. I'm not from here, so I...
Okay.
That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you didn't?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir.
That's Megan right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh. They ain't been doctored or nothing? No, we sure this is...
So,
again,
not that I know of.
Okay, yeah, I mean but yeah, because you never know, man. These days with the voiceovers and all that other shit.
Yeah, that was her sitting on the ground. She specifically said.
Well, I did hear about the glass. She had glass in her foot, right?
Now check it out.
It's right there.
Right. Now notice there's a bottle right here on the bottom right. Did you see the bloody footprints? Mm. You see the ground is wet as if the contents of the bottle spilled onto the ground. Right. Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. They're gonna be on the left, under his hand. If you can, see, I don't think you guys can see the mouse.
Pause that for a second. So I'm more concerned, not with this whole situation. Where are y'all at that got bars in the front window? Like, what neighborhood is you niggas? Y'all in Watts?
They was coming from Kylie Jenner's party. So I don't know where she lives or what streets they took to get back to wherever they were going.
I would think they stayed in Calabasas or the Valley somewhere. Y'all buy somewhere that got bars on the window. L.A. is not safe.
But you saw, by the way, this website is 36hourslater.com.
Yeah.
You see when she opened the door, you see the bottle fall out.
So real quick, go back to, if you're done with that one, and maybe you're not, but go back to the first one because I'm curious on the comments on that video just to see if anybody had, like, what are they saying? is this video doctored?
I don't know if it's. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. Y'all heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Pun intended. Such a grave injustice done to Tory.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so those were her words when we heard I didn't get shot? That I'm in the clear, she said it was glass. This is out of control completely. And if it was Tory, I would sue the heck out of her. What? Well, the thing from what I understand about this case, Megan isn't going after Tory. And the whole reason this whole thing got brought up was because Amber Rose brought it back to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
And now this case is national attention.
Right.
So let's see. You trying to see if somebody said it was doctored?
Yeah.
She literally said she didn't get shot. I mean, that's what the whole case is about, right?
Right. So how doesn't the California, or well, I'm guessing this versus the state of California, like how do they drop the ball on a situation like this unless it was a conspiracy in order to tie him up, right? And that's the situation like that. Now, as far as Tory Lanez and not being able to really speak up for himself, why didn't he get on the stand? From what I understand, is that he had said something. He didn't want to see a mother. I guess the girl he was with.
Yeah, he didn't want Kelsey.
Right. He didn't want her to go to jail or be away from her kids. And to me, that's kind of the problem with. I'm not sure who did Tory Lanez's father raise him.
I believe so, because he's been by his side this whole time.
Okay, but I think that's kind of the problem. Like, she did that, she shot at or whatever this whole situation, however this, came to be. She got to go to jail. She did that shit. Or why are you stepping up to do, take accountability for something that you didn't do?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now look at you. You stabbed up, you lumped up, and So to me, none of this thing really is making any sense. The information that came out, and here we are speaking on it 5 years later. But this information that's coming out 5 years ago later, I don't see how the state of California could even be, I can't even see how they could be really trusted in any state case. Like, if you guys are hiding information like this, that's a good thing they do have body cams.
Yeah, I watched the video with Whack 100. He was on, I forget who it was, whose podcast it was. I forget the name of it. But he was talking on the podcast about this Tory Lanez situation and how it had to be a hit because for where Tory Lanez is and how the whole thing is set up, they're supposed to have 2 POs there, like patrolling, I guess, walking around. I don't know specifics. And there's also supposed to be a sharpshooter in the guards in the shack. None of the 3 of them.
Wait, go back to what you said. You said it's supposed to be a sharpshooter in the shack.
Well, I don't know I don't know the proper words.
No,
he got attacked in the yard.
No, on stairs inside of the jail.
That's why it don't supposed to be no sharpshooter there.
That's what Whack 100 said it. So I don't know. The video I saw was him. They were on some stairs, and Tory was on the ground, and Buddy was stabbing him up.
That's crazy. They got him in Gym Pop.
But I just wanted to say it. She said it with her own, and that behavior is not the behavior of somebody that just got shot. And she said with her own mouth that she didn't get shot, and we saw her step on the glass, which is what I've been saying from the start. Those don't look like gunshots. People were saying that, bullet fragments could have been in her leg or could have hit her foot or whatever the case. She said he was over the top of the car shooting at her. Tory Lanez is like 4'11". So, just wanted to say that real quick. You got something else you want to?
No, I think I ended with, believe, none of what you see and half of what you hear. So even with this situation, because again, it doesn't make sense, as Maul said last week, or whenever we spoke about it, that you don't speak up for yourself. Like, I still don't, I don't know if the lawyers advise you. If nigga, I didn't shoot shit, and, the blowback, from the gun, the residue, I didn't do it. Like, you see what I'm saying?
But the thing about it
I
is
don't
to
get
me,
that part.
and why I don't get in this opportunity is I'm not for the champion for somebody who's not fighting for themselves, who didn't come out and say, I didn't shoot her. How crazy do you look for champion for somebody else talking about, oh, he ain't do it. He got a whole community, but he ain't said he ain't do it. And he ain't getting the stand and say he ain't do it. So why the fuck am I going to say something?
That's what he's been fighting this whole time.
So why didn't he get on the stand and say that?
Have we seen him on the stand?
Okay, brother, that's why I didn't want to get in the field in the first place.
Because I mean, I'm saying like if you say that he was on the stand, then let me see him on the stand.
No, what
didn't you get on the stand?
saying is I don't recall him taking stand.
Thank
and
you.
I don't think, and maybe
So-
his advisory, the advisor, whoever his lawyers were, said don't take on the stand, don't go on the stand. But I feel like you can override that, right? You can override and be like, yeah, I want to go on the stand and testify and say, I mean, this is clear cut that I didn't do it. I don't see why wouldn't you say that?
But you said everything in social media. You said everything on the album. You said everything that you put out. But you didn't say, oh, I didn't shoot her. They shot her. He did it. She
National
did it.
Beauty say-
Hakeem Hakba.
National
did
Beauty say he couldn't get on the stand, but why couldn't you?
That I haven't been able to figure out.
But bro, I'm not champion for nobody who not fighting for themselves. I'm
So
sorry.
so what do you imagine that he said while he was on the stand, or while he was trying to defend himself through this whole thing?
Like, bro, I didn't do it. She did it. But no, we so champion in the black community. He's not even really black though, because I don't think he's from Canada. He's black. Straight black.
He's Canadian.
black,
but-
yeah.
Canadian, whatever. He black. But we champion so much about this no snitching rule. Nigga, I'm not going to jail for nobody if I ain't do shit. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Come see me. You, your mama, and whoever else you want to come see me. I'm not going to jail and giving up my freedom of 10 years of my life for something I didn't do it. It wasn't me, it was him. That's the point.
What the fuck was this?
What that's the whole point I'm trying to make. We study up here fighting for somebody who didn't say, I didn't do it, she did it. But you so caught up in this facade about no snitching rule and all this shit. Shit is the most ignorant shit I ever heard in my fucking life. If I ain't do nothing, I ain't do it.
Right. The prosecution didn't want him to, but it doesn't. I mean, what about your defense? Your defense could have called you up, right? I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm almost certain that your defense team could have called you as a witness. As a prosecution, I don't see. Well, I can see how it would help them that you don't get on the stage because you're not fighting for yourself. But as a defense, I don't see how you don't get on the stage and say, you know what, or the up on there and say, you know what, I didn't do this, and bring up that the body cam footage isn't like. What kind of defense do you have?
And that's
You needed OJ's lawyers, my boy.
OJ's lawyer, it's crazy.
when it comes to why he didn't specify who it was that did it. Yes, we agree 100% that that's absolute stupid. You're going to jail for somebody else, and you didn't want this person to go to jail or be taken away from their kids, and you're trying to protect this and that person. Absolutely. And I specifically, because maybe you're just saying it from a general perspective, I am not caping for Tory Lanez. I am caping for what's right, for the truth behind the situation. So as far as why he's in jail, like he chose what he chose, and he's in jail because whatever happened. If he didn't say, if he didn't defend himself, which I saw him going in and out of the courtroom, so I don't know. I don't know if it was a closed situation where they didn't have cameras in there, or if he actually didn't try to defend himself. I don't know that. I don't imagine him going through this whole thing and not saying once that he didn't do it.
So if you say you didn't do it, who did it? You were there.
And that's what the speculation is as far as why he got the 10 years. You're not telling on nobody, so we'll
So that
punish
means he
you.
want to be there. So why are we study covering for him? He want to be there.
Because
he want to be it.
The proof is, but to me, it also becomes to the state has to prove that a person did something. So he should have stood up there and said, I didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
But the state also has to prove, right? So if you get into anything criminal, the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you did it, right? And we have a situation here, if this is accurate and if the video is true, a body cam of her saying, I did not get shot. So that alone, right, if you didn't get shot.
But then she changed the thing and said she got shot? So
What-
okay, look, so this is what I'm thinking. This is my whole thing with this, right? This is what I said last time.
Mm-hmm.
you believe what you want to believe. She did just say she didn't get shot, right?
Yeah.
Did she just say that? But also she changed her mind and said she did get shot, but she just didn't want to put a black man in jail. So why we gonna believe that? We ain't gonna believe when she said she did get shot, but we just gonna believe she said she didn't get shot.
Because that information never came out. And if it's okay.
What you mean? What information?
The videos.
The video. But
Okay.
if it's okay for her to say that I didn't want to put a black man in jail, it also should be okay for Tory Lanez to say I didn't put a black woman in jail.
Yeah.
If we're okay with that.
Yeah, that should be true. But I'm not for to take the fault.
Right.
I don't care what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm not going to jail.
Right, but and
I ain't going to jail.
and that's the issue between him and his legal team. But the onus is on the state of California to prove that he did it. And if the videos and stuff like this is being suppressed, and anything that's being suppressed, and she's not being 100% of what she's saying, then there can't be 100% proof that I did it. Therefore, I should be off anyway, even if I don't go take it up there myself.
And I can agree with you on that. Because if she lied and said first shot she didn't get shot and she did, how can we believe her? And that's my whole point about this, what you just said. First time she said, on the video, she said she didn't get shot. But then she came out and say she did get shot. But everybody gonna jump on her like, because that's what they want to believe, that she didn't get shot, they're gonna jump on the first part. I mean the second part. And that's my whole thing about this. You're going to believe what you're going to believe. And I'm not champion for, I keep saying, I'm not champion for neither side or whatever. If Tory is innocent, he's innocent, he should be out, whatever. I agree with you on that. But nigga, if you ain't fighting for you and you ain't gonna be telling about who did it, I ain't either.
He talks about this on his album.
He didn't say who did it.
Well, it's an open case. I don't imagine he could talk too much about it.
Man,
Well,
nigga,
it's
she
fine.
did it.
Like I don't know.
Well, shit, you in jail
That's
at
what
this
I'm
point. It
saying.
ain't over.
That's
But
what
I'm just saying, like,
I ain't
he-
going
he-
to jail for nobody, bro. I don't give no fuck what you talking about. Unless I had to do something to go defend when we out here and we did something, I know I did that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go that way. But for me to be sitting around chilling and you gonna talk about now I put this on your seat, nigga, you got me fucked up. I hit you your shit in the car. And you don't tell me to put
So
that
did they
on my
have
seat.
this is probably off subject, but did they have a driver or they was just driving?
It was a driver. It's 4 people. It was,
Okay, what did the driver say?
The driver came out, and I think the driver was the one that came out and really kind of put the fire behind this whole thing because he came out and started confessing, like, yeah, it wasn't Tory.
Who did it?
The speculation is Kelsey.
Okay, so why ain't nobody said Kelsey did it?
Kelsey got immunity from the start.
Okay, so we for sure can say she did it now.
Right. So to me, shit like this shit shouldn't have never even taken trial. Again, this is something bigger than Tory Lanez. This is bigger. When it's about money or whatever influence and shit, they're gonna do. The industry is gonna do what they need to do to quiet who they need to quiet because that's just how they roll. You know,
2 drunk females fighting over some pig.
it's business, baby.
Nelson Beauty said, let me go back. Cultivate said, Megan don't care. She's somewhere twerking. Nelson Beauty
Facts.
said, that was a legit body cam. You can hear the bottle crack too. That's that. Oh, Nelson Beauty. When I saw that video and I heard, that's exactly, I'm like, we saw the bottle fall. And then after she gets out of the car, she starts limping. You can hear it crack. You can hear the bottle, the pieces of the bottle crack.
Immunity is crazy to some shit that's we finna put a motherfucker in jail for X amount of years and they ain't do shit. Immunity.
Hey man,
I'm definitely telling on her then. She got immunity.
thank you. My point is, that's all my point is. If you ain't do something, why are we sitting over here going, I'm not gonna keep this guy, nigga, because you evidently you don't care about your freedom. Why should we?
We said it before. He couldn't get on the stand. The prosecution didn't want him to. It's on the slide as well. They did, but Perez, Jay's lawyer, intercepted. Nelson Beauty said she didn't get shot. The medical records show that. Now, the funny thing about that too, Nelson Beauty, is I was watching the video and I paused the video, but it was showing description of the doctor pulling metal scraps or whatever, bullet fragments out of her, having to get surgery to get bullet fragments out of her feet. Now, if you get bullet fragments pulled out of your feet, if you get that type of surgery, I don't imagine the next week you're going to be twerking again.
How you know?
Maybe.
How you know?
I mean.
Have you ever been through it?
Stop it. Stop it.
How you know? You never been through it.
Stop it. That's what you said. It was 2 drunk females fighting over some peen. We got that. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, man.
I don't even think it was no gun and nobody was getting shot. I don't even believe it. What caliber was it? What caliber bullet? Only bullets that's really leaving fragments like that is 22s. Or, you know what I'm saying? A small caliber. Shit, anything else would have blew the motherfucking foot off. Yeah.
And if that nigga walking around with a little ass 22, Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah, little nigga, little 22. That'll get a motherfucker up off you.
Bro, I can't believe somebody is so invested in this to made a website like this. Motherfuckers got too much time on their hands.
Hopefully they're getting some money up out of it.
Oh, okay. Now,
Tory about to get a Billy after this.
He ain't gonna get shit.
Maybe not, but I know he going.
I bet you don't get out of jail early. Let's put some wage on that. I bet you don't get out of jail.
No,
I bet you serve all that time he got on this good baby.
Put that bread up.
So what you saying? Like he gonna do the full 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years.
Nah, he ain't. Nobody does full 10.
No, but I bet you he don't. Okay, I'm talking about he's released early because of this.
He's released early because
Not because of good behavior, not nothing like that. He's released early because of all this stuff that people's going through to try to get him out free.
I ain't got that much faith.
Thank you. Boyfriend don't want to put no money on it.
I don't put money on nothing. So
Put some bread on.
Only when I got faith, and this ain't it.
Yeah, I don't put
some
bread
bread
on
on.
nothing.
I do. Only thing I got faith in is, you know what I'm saying. Hey, one day Jesus is gonna come back.
That's a fact.
So put some bread on that.
I ain't gonna put no bread on that.
Okay.
Nasty Beauty said Cultivate said you make it out of the hood just to continue to be a ninja. Lord, make it make sense. Yeah. Nasty Beauty said she's a Republican senator, I believe, who produced the website. Oh, it was a Republican senator.
Yeah, so them what you call the people?
Let's see.
That's good. There's somebody doing some research on it, man. Like, you know, the interesting thing about.
Oh yeah, Nasty Beauty. I forget the lady's name. I know who you're talking about.
Interesting thing about different cases and stuff. You always got internet people that's willing to do the extra. This is what they do. This shit fun for them. You know what I mean? If you go to Reddit, you watch different First 48 stuff and everything. They actually crack different cases, even with different things as far as the drill music scene. Yeah. Some of this stuff actually, helps police, but I feel like something like this, they should have been doing their work. The proper
ain't
work.
talking about that big beautiful bill though, but we sitting up here talking about Tory.
I don't think anybody read all 1,000 pages.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff. But that's all we got for today. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Yeah, this is a longer show. Almost 2.5.
That was all right today. It was okay. We was able to do something.
You guys got anything for a mesh?
Yeah, actually, it's real quick. Real quick, because we at 2.5 hour mark.